that we've been able to see pre-season, etc., is looking like we got a good crop of talent coming through. Some people that could potentially go to levels, and some that can be great players for the squad. Just want to start this video by talking about the breaking news that has just come out from Fabrizio Romano. Emil Smith-Rowe, here we go to Fulham, 34 million. Sad times, man. Sad times talking about young players. This guy come through and he looked like the truth with Saka. Him and Saka were wonderful when they first come through. Injuries hit him. Didn't seem to get out of that. Couldn't get fit. Couldn't stay fit for us. Lost his place in the team, and we kind of grew massively in that time. And it was like really hard for him to get back in the team. It's really sad to see him go. I wish we'd had a buyback on him or something like that. And I really hope he goes and smashes it. So shout out Emil Smith-Rowe every time. It's just really sad to see him go, man. I really like Smith-Rowe. I thought he was a great player. I think he's going to do very well at Fulham, and I hope he has a good career there. And maybe, who knows, man? Who knows? He can maybe come one day back to Arsenal. If he does great things at Fulham, we could buy him back. But yeah, listen, Smith-Rowe confirmed he's leaving, confirmed to Fulham, 34 million, 27 million plus. Is it 27 plus 7 million add-ons? So it's sad, isn't it? It's sad to see him go, definitely when we're talking about young players. But looking forward to the future, we have some young talent on board, and we've been watching them pre-season. And listen, they've been phenomenal. Some of them, they've been really good, to be honest. They've not been like, the thing is, it's pre-season. I get that, but you see them pre-season and you realize these guys are really something, man, and they're gonna really push forward. So, like, who do we want to talk about first? I think there's only one man to talk about first, and that's Ethan Nwaneri, and he's looked phenomenal in pre-season. Out of the bunch, he's looked the best. He looks well above his years. Obviously, he's only 17 years old. He only turned 17 in March as well, so he is not long turned 17. He's on the closer end of 17, so he's got a while until he's even 18 years old. And he has come on and he's fit like a glove into the system, into the team. The confidence he possesses is unbelievable. When you see him compared to some other players, like at his age, when they come in, look a bit shy, he looks phenomenal, and he's going to have minutes this season, in my opinion. He's going to have great minutes for Arsenal. I think he'll take the minutes, to be honest. People are like, oh, will he get the minutes? Will he not? Listen, Arteta's going to give him a chance this season, and the way I've watched this kid, he's going to make it that he gets the minutes. You know, you don't have to give him them. He'll take them. He'll get on the pitch. He'll do stuff, and you're like, I have to play this guy. He has to come off the bench and stuff. So it's going to be very, very interesting for this kid this season, and he can play in multiple different positions. He's a versatile youngster. I've seen him play basically all the positions in the midfield. He could play on the right wing. Obviously, I don't really see Nwaneri as a 6, let's be honest, but he can play in the 8. He can play in the 10. He can play on the wing. This kid is serious, man. And I think that with Smith-Rowe leaving, he takes that place for me. He takes the place of Smith-Rowe in the team. I think this kid coming through is one of the reasons that Arsenal have decided to let Smith-Rowe go. It's already been hard enough for him getting into the team as it is, let alone with Ethan Nwaneri coming through now. And listen, the talent this guy is looking like, I mean, he looks like he could be a world-class player. It's still very early. I'm not saying he is yet. He's nowhere near it right now. But when you see the confidence and that he has on the ball for his age, and what is being said about him, he could be a special talent for this team. And this is only a quick video today. I just want to talk about a few names, get this video out there. Then I can look back on this video and I can go, bro, these guys are smashing it at Arsenal now. Like when they're the seniors in the team, when they're the Bukayo Saka, he's not a senior, but when he gets to the level of like Saka and that, I can look back at this video and be like, rah, remember that breakthrough year and that. Obviously, I weren't doing content when Smith-Rowe and Saka come through and that, so I don't have that. Even though I was talking about them the same way, I don't have something to reflect on and hear what I said. Another player that we got to look into, man. Another player who's looking really good. Only recently, no, sorry, he's 17. He's turning 18 in September, and that's Miles Lewis Skelly, bruv. This guy is serious as well. He can play DM, he can play fullback. He is a quality. He's another one that people are sleeping on, and I'm telling people from now, Skelly, another guy that this season I can see him getting some good minutes in the team. These are the two for me next season that break into the team. On the outskirts, they're not going to be no starters and that, like full out starters and stuff. But Skelly and Wanyeri are going to be the two where I see him getting minutes, cup games especially, early stage of the cup games, league games. They'll be coming off the bench. I really want to see a lot of these two throughout the season. Skelly pre-season again looked quality. Played the first game, started the first game, looked quality at left back. And then he come on last game and look quality again. This kid is serious. He's how tall is he, man? Let me just check how tall he is. Let me just check because I think he looks tall for his age. Listen, he's 5'9", 5'8", but he's 17 years old. He can grow a bit more, but he looks big for some reason. I don't know why he looks big, but he ain't that big. But yeah, listen, he's not super short, he's not super big, but listen, he's quality. Who else we got? Listen, I'm only trying to make this quick, so I'm rushing through these almost. We can't get onto them too much. I want to leave that for the season when we're seeing more games from them and that. I'm not going to really go onto the under 21 stats and all this. I don't really like doing that too much. We see Eddie and Kettis and that smashing it at under 21s. Another kid who's turning 18 in September, young boy goes by the name of Aiden Heaven. He's looked really good to me. 17 years old, and he's a centre back. Now, centre back at 17 years old is a tough position to play. 17, 18 years old, tough. You can't expect a 17, 18-year-old to be a top quality centre back, but this kid's looking quality. 2 games he's played, he started both. He's played quality in both. And I'll tell you what, he played left-sided centre back in one. No, he played left-sided centre back in both games, I'm pretty sure. But what I will say is, something that really impressed me about this kid was the game against Manchester United. First of all, he's playing against a better team. Yeah, and he was good. The thing that impressed me most about this kid is I don't even know if he made a mistake for the goal. Hoyland's just a fast, strong, more experienced player than him, and he just done him in it. He just done him, got the goal. But this kid, it didn't phase him. Didn't phase him at all. Not one bit. He carried on playing his game. He was dribbling the ball out from the centre back. He was passing the ball around. He looked really good. And to be honest, he looks good, man. I think he's another one. See, with him, we're quite stacked in the centre back position at the moment. We're quite stacked in the defensive position. Yeah, for him. So for me, he's someone I'd loan out this season. See if there's a Premier League team. See if a Premier League team or a Championship team wants him, and go and get him some experience, go and get him some minutes, and he could be a future defender in this team when we need adequate backups, and then potentially starting. And who knows what he could grow to. But yeah, listen, Aiden Heaven looks really good. Get him out on loan, Arsenal. Get him out. Listen, I feel like that's a good reason, that a good thing about what we're doing pre-season. We're giving these guys game time pre-season. Other clubs can look at Arsenal and go, hey, this youngster looks good. We take him on loan. You know, why not? Why wouldn't a Championship team want him on loan? He could really progress this season. Another player, this player's not as young. Literally, he's turning 21 in August, and he goes by the name of Salah Adin. And there was a bit of hype before about him, and it kind of died down, and now we're seeing him again. And I think he's looked quality, man. I think he's looked real good. And I think he's another one that we should loan out this season and get more game time, because he could become something. And once again, these players, if they don't, they could generate money for the club, which can bring in more players, etc., etc. But this guy's looking good, man. I think he's impressed me pre-season quite a bit. Yeah, listen, he just does what he needs to do. I wouldn't say he's been as influential in games and as like wow in games as Ethan Wanyeri, but that's why Ethan Wanyeri, I'm saying keep him at the team, because this kid's the truth. But this Salah, Adin looks real good, confident, looks happy to play for Arsenal, looks happy in the system. And I listen, for me, he's another one. Loan him out this season, man. Loan him out, get him to a championship or a Premier League team. And let's see what he can do, man. Let's see if he can progress, get him first team football in adult settings, you know. Let's see. And who knows? Some of these guys, they go on loan and they become even better players. And you bring them back and you're like, wow, this guy's really developed that in 1 year because they've played adult league and they've played a full season of actually getting minutes. At Arsenal, he ain't going to get many minutes because when Yeri and Skelly, for me, are the ones that are going to be taking the minutes from a young player standpoint. But listen, that's all I wanted to really talk about today, man. I just wanted to talk about some of these youngsters, get a video out about it, because for me, the future's looking bright, man. We've got a good little crop of talent coming through, a couple world beaters potentially, and a couple good players. So listen, we'll have to wait and see on these players. But listen, my stocks are in Wanyeri and Skelly. Them two, especially, I really see them having bright futures at Arsenal, and I see them being here for a while. I hope. I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. But listen, Wanyeri especially, he will be an Arsenal player for a long time, in my opinion. And we got to get this guy experience playing alongside the likes of Odegaard, because people realize, people are like, yeah, but he ain't going to get loads of game time, loan him out, and then he'll get more game time. And I hear that side of the argument. My side of that argument is he gets game time at Arsenal and he's training day in, day out with the likes of Saka, Odegaard, Jorginho, Rice. When I say Jorginho, yes, he's older, but the intelligence of the player, the experience of the player to rub off on Wanyeri, pause, is great. So yeah, listen, that's all I have to say today. That's all I wanted to go over. Just some of the young players. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Put your in the comments below. Who do you think out of the Arsenal youngsters will be the best out of this crop of talent? Who would you keep at the club to play next season and get game time here and there? Who would you loan out? Would you keep Wanyeri for this season or would you loan him out? Let me know all this stuff in the comments below. Yeah, listen, like, share, subscribe. I said it. I'll say it again. Remember, people, remember this. Eat pizza, eat pasta, Bukayo, blood clot, Saka, Sicilian Gooner. Peace.